School trends. So I thought in today's video I would go back to school and talk about those sort of like naughty, not naughties in it being like misbehaviour, naughties in like the millennium-esque in that region, 2000 school trends. Yeah, that I had that were present at school, you know, those school trends. So let's begin when I was a kid. So I remember vividly being on the backfield. The backfield isn't there anymore now. I think the local council has built houses on the backfield. Now, quite sad actually, but oh well. I guess the council, you know, needed that tax money. But yeah, I'm on the backfield that no longer exists. With some friends from school, and I remember we were arguing over who was. Sorry, we were arguing over who was who, as in like Chav, Mosher, and Townie. We all vaguely knew what these things were. Like we all knew as kids, like like Chav, that meant you have your collar up. Townie, your trousers, they had to be tucked into your socks. And Mosher. I think all you needed for that was like some jeans and with a chain hanging from them, and that was it. In our little minds as kids, all you needed was some clothes and a certain style of wearing them, and you were in. Now, you know, you were either like a chav or a townie, or a mosher. Good times, good times. I think I cycled as a kid from like all three. One day collar up chav, next day jeans with chain, mosher. Another day trousers tucked into the socks, townie. Fun times, fun times. As a kid there was also the Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Total 90 phase. The Total 90 phase. Yeah, Total 90s, they were just like a brand of football boots that all the kids wanted. At Total 90s, they were just new, and all the kids are, Total 90s, have you got Total 90s on? What sort of football boots do you have? But anyway, on to secondary school trends. Secondary school, let me think, secondary school, I recall so many from secondary school. Let me think. Scoobies was one. Hang on with that, yeah, hang on. Yeah, there was Scoobies, charity bands at secondary school. Fred Perry, Cabrini, Helly Hansen. Was it Helly Hansen? Yeah, I think it was Helly Hansen. Yeah, I think it was Helly Hansen. Oh my god, I think everyone had a Helly Hansen coat at school. Like, they were all different colours as well, Helly Hansen. So there was like pink, blue, black, you know. And you were cool if you had like one of the cool colours. What other trends at secondary school? MP3 players. When they first came out, they were a trend. Then MP4 players came out, and they were a thing. Flip phones, they were a big thing at secondary school. MCing and burning off CDs were a thing at my secondary school. There was actually a boy. So secondary school for me would have been like 06. So there was actually a boy that would burn music for other kids for £1. Let me think. Back to the phones. Yeah, so this was, as I've said, this was 06, so smartphones hadn't fully hit yet. So Bluetooth and infrared were like super special if your phone had that. Infrared was horrible. Like your mobile phones had to transfer data. Yeah. Infrared was horrible because in order to transfer data, your phones had to be literally touching each other. But the things we transferred though. During that time, like the clips that just like blitzed around the school. Let me think. There was Angry Kid. I think the video "Leave Me Alone" from Angry Kid. Harry the Hamster was something that blitzed around. Everyone was like trading that clip to each other on their phones. The Talking Dog was another one. That video clip. Two rappers rapping, and I don't know if it was Arabic, but they were rapping in a foreign language. That video went around. I think due to one of the rappers exaggerated like facial expressions that made it funny. Happy slapping was a thing for a while. At secondary school, there was like a gel-like elastic band that kids would like twang at each other. And there was also the whole like kegging, or like kids pulling down other kids' trousers. Like in secondary school, that was just yeah. that was actually attempted like on me while I was stood with my friends in like one of the webs or one of the playgrounds at secondary school. A guy sneaked, or is it sneak or snuck? Sneaked or snuck? I don't know. A guy snuck up behind me and attempted to, yeah, as I said, like keg me. It failed. I remember he tried to pull my trousers down. I turned as he slipped while trying to run away, and the look on my face must have scared him, like as he wouldn't stop staring at me with this like frightened expression on his face. And he was right to be afraid, because in my head I was literally thinking of like attacking him for trying to like take off my clothes and expose me in such a manner. I mean, yeah, like he just attempted to expose my genitals to the entire school. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But as I said, it was one of the weird, one of a weird, disgusting trend or something that kids would try to do. But anyway, the look of fear in his face was enough for me to sort of turn around and get back to my conversation. He knew, don't try that stuff with me again. So yeah, he failed, slipped, and was looking at me like a little frightened deer in the headlights. I still remember that guy's name as well. I won't mention it, but I still remember his name. There was the whole inviting someone over and attempting to trip them over someone else that had knelt behind the said invited person. That was also attempted on me, by a boy that that again I still remember the name of, or at least the first name of the boy that attempted to push me over someone else who was knelt behind me. Again, it failed. But yeah, and that's it. I think with regards to school trends, from primary school and secondary school. Yeah, I think that's everything I can sort of vaguely recall. Did you have any school trends? What? Yeah, and if you're in primary school or secondary school now, like, what are the school trends now? Like, I'm really interested in how the school trends, have changed, since I've been there. So yeah, did you have any school trends? If so, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, thank you for listening.